Good evening, guys. For some reason, the wire to my DSLR is not DSLR, my Logitech 4K um, webcam is busted, so it just randomly shuts off sometimes. And that's exactly what happened a few moments ago. My webcam just randomly shut off. So. But I've got the chicken nuggets, which I'm about to eat. Kip wants to know, why don't I have the proper tools to run my internet show? I ordered the new cord off the internet. It's not, I mean, I just don't have the money for it, really, Kip. Kip says money is very important. It must be hard being too disabled to make any. I guess you're right, Kip. Somebody asks, how is Adult Friend Finder working out for you? Do you see the CFO on there yet? Well, to be honest with you, I'm not messaging anybody on Adult Friend Finder. It seems like they're all bots. I got bad equipment, Rick Wilson. I got a bad cord going to my webcam that just randomly shuts off now. Rick Wilson says you got to chew with your mouth closed. No woman is going to look at that. Kip says Adult Friend Finder runs these tricks where they never delete a woman's profile. I said the same chicks on there from years ago. Probably married by now. Yeah, man. It's all bots. It was a waste of money. Nugget time, Dave says. Erie says the last time you were eating on the live, you were chewing with your mouth open, and the food was falling out without you realizing. And she puts on a grossed out face. Yeah, I guess you're right. Somebody asks, didn't your mama teach you how to chew? No. Dave says we need some vegetables if we're going to get Cold Stone later. Ah. My webcam wire is broken. The wire going to my webcam is broken. I got a Logitech 4K. What type of cable goes to that? Does anybody know? Somebody says, you look a bit frazzled tonight. I'm always frazzled, Erie. I'm always frazzled. She says, imagine how many webcam wires you could buy for $50. Somebody says, do you sit in your apartment and talk to Taylor Swift during these daydreams? No. Maybe at one time I did, but recently, no. There's usually a person that I imagine to be Taylor Swift, like a nefarious cyberbully, or it's not. I mean, there's usually somebody that I think is Taylor Swift in disguise. You know, it's usually there's a person that I think is Taylor. I mean, it's usually not just imagine. It's not like an imaginary Taylor Swift in my head. There's usually a person on the internet that I think is Taylor Swift in disguise. You know what I mean? Like a lying cyberbully. iBoss. Yeah, I thought iBoss was Taylor Swift. I thought it could have been an ex-girlfriend, or I had a lot of fantasies about who iBoss could have been, you know. I'm not just daydreaming, oh, Taylor Swift, you know, like there's somebody like Kip for you. You could be Taylor Swift or Lady Gaga in my head, or an ex-girlfriend, you know, like I have a lot of fantasies about who you could be, Kip. I'm not commenting on my ex-girlfriends, guys. Sorry. Somebody wants to know about my first ex-girlfriend. I'm just not gonna answer that question. Sorry. I don't talk to any of my ex-girlfriends anymore. I talk to nobody. Yes, I've been involved in a car accident, but not a major one. I haven't been involved in any major car accidents, you know what I mean? But I've been involved in some minor car accidents. I would consider a major car accident somebody or you or somebody else getting injured, and nobody's ever gotten injured in my car accidents. So I would say I've never been involved in a major car accident. Deborah could be the Michelin Man. How's it going? It's going well. It's going well. So he says Deborah left around the same time all that Puff Daddy stuff, Diddy stuff happened. Deborah could be Diddy. So he says we're so back. Yeah, Rusty, we're so back. But my wire to my webcam is so broken. I ordered a new one off Amazon, but I'm not sure if it's the right size. I need a new wire to my webcam. Do I think Hacksaw Jim Duggan watches me? I mean, I guess he. I mean, that's not really like an A-list celebrity, but I guess he could. Why not, right? You know, Erie says Deborah stalks her. She keeps playing with her printer and copier. So she says, "Oh, Hacksaw Jim Duggan stalks me." Would I ever go vegan for a woman? Probably not. I like meat too much to go vegan. Let's make sure my refrigerator is plugged in. I don't want to eat like bad meat. It's plugged in. Yeah. Let's make sure it's keeping my stuff cold. Yeah, my stuff is cold. Yeah. I guess my food is good. Yeah, I don't want to eat bad food. So this is would you trust the warden to be a good grandmother? Yeah, I would trust the warden to be a good grandmother. Okay. Let's crack open a seltzer here. Erie wants to know if I've seen the movie Mommy Dearest. No, I have not, Erie. Why? Is it a good movie? Somebody wants to know, are there any actors I look up to? I don't look up to anybody. I don't idolize anybody. Nobody impresses me. Nothing impresses me. Nobody and nothing impresses me. That's awfully nihilistic. What does nihilistic mean? That's just sad. Nothing and no. Maybe at one time people impressed me, but my life has been such pain and suffering. Nobody impresses me. So he says nihilistic means rejecting all religious and moral principles and the belief that life is meaningless. Yeah, man, I just got so broken that I just. So he says, if Owen Hart came back from the dead, would that impress you? Well, would that mean Owen Hart is Jesus? And Chris Benoit can rise from the dead and be the Antichrist, I guess. We've got Jesus versus the Antichrist. Owen Hart versus Chris Benoit. That's a crazy good idea for a comic. I guess so. What would I say to Dr. Copland if I saw him on the street? Nothing really. I'd probably wave to him, say, "Hey, how you doing, Dr. Copland?" I wouldn't be mean or rude. I'd just say, "Hey, how are you?" I mean, it depends. I mean, would I stop and get into a conversation with him? Maybe not. So he says the Italian guy who paid for my cheesecake in front of his girlfriend is such a Chad. Yeah, so I was in a bakery and there was this Italian guy who was flashing lots of money and he had like $100 bills and I see him and he paid for my cheesecake in front of his girlfriend. And I said, thank you, I appreciate it. And yeah. So he says, that's Chad shit. What does a Chad mean? That's alpha shit. Did I ever think Dr. Copland or Dr. Natural or Garrett were Swift, Gaga, or Rodrigo? No. I mean, how could Dr. Copland or Dr. Garrett be Taylor Swift? They're men. So he says, the guy who bought my cheesecake used me like a little boy to make himself look important. So he asks, do you think they wanted a three-way with me? I don't think so. I didn't get the impression he was gay. I got the impression he sees me on my walks and he bought me my cheesecake and I think he was into his hot girlfriend, I think he's into his hot girlfriend. So I think he was just being nice, I didn't get the impression he was into me. He knows me from the block. Yeah, I thought, like, could he be into me sexually? But I don't think so. He was more into his hot girlfriend. You know what I mean? Yeah, I shook his hand. I thanked him. I said, thank you, dude. I said, I'll mow your lawn for you. Or, I thanked him. I thanked him repeatedly. Let's call my father. So that's a gentleman. Somebody asks, why would you let the Chad buy your cheesecake? Did your card not work or something? Well, he was insistent. He was saying to the staff, let me buy this guy his cheesecake. Let me buy him his cheesecake. And So he says, what kind of handshake do you think Cell has? Somebody says a dead fish. Yeah, time for the Poppy med check. Let me call my father and do the meds. Okay. Let's call Poppy here. Every time he gets up, we get to see my ass crack. Sorry, guys. Although some people have said I got nice buns, so I'm sorry you got to see that. It was an accident. I didn't intend for you to see that. Okay, I'm calling Poppy now. Jingalingalingalingalingalingalinga. Come on. Hey. So I'm gonna take my medication on camera here.
Okay.
You're live with the androids, so don't talk about your plan for world domination. So
No, I think they know it already. My plan.
they already know your plan. Yes.
No one said hi.
Poppy says hi, guys. Okay, here, look. This is the Abilify 10 milligrams. See, it's on my tongue.
Is that Dr. Pepper?
No, it's a bubbly seltzer water. Bubbly.
Very good.
So I just took the Abilify 10 milligrams,
Okay.
and I'm good to go. I'm good to go.
All right, sounds cool.
Okay, have a good day tomorrow. I'm gonna need a check for the social worker who I see tomorrow. Don't mention her name.
Yeah, I'll drop that off tomorrow morning.
Yeah, and I'll see you around noon tomorrow.
Yeah, maybe looking forward.
Oh.
If I'm early, I'll just leave it at your door. You know, like I'll wait at your door a little bit.
Yeah, I don't know if you can do that, but if you can, yeah, just leave it in the man.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, okay.
All right.
Hey, Andy.
Love you. Bye.
God bless you.
God bless you too. Okay. So it says, has Poppy ever had Dr. Pepper and Fanta Orange mixed? Poppy, Abilify is taken. So he says, I think Poppy would like a blue moon with Mountain Dew. What do you mean by that stuff has some nasty side effects? What has some nasty side effects? Oh, the Abilify? Or can I tell the difference when I take it? Yeah, I can definitely tell the difference when I take it. Yeah, the Abilify has some nasty adverse side effects, but you know what? It is what it is. I gotta take it while I'm living at this house. Okay, I'm gonna take a prostate PQ too. So he says, no, you didn't. I didn't what? Rick Wilson says, "You don't know me. What don't I know about you, Rick Wilson?" She says, "Did your mother really cancel your pants order?" I have no idea. Yeah, I've taken Seroquel many years ago. I don't remember it though. La 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 la. Yeah, use your medication as prescribed is the moral of the story. Don't abuse your medication. Don't abuse your medication. Use your medication as prescribed. Because I should heed my own words. Somebody asked, "Do you ever remember the Bagel Boss dude?" Yeah, I remember the Bagel Boss dude. He screamed in a Bagel Boss. That's many years ago now. I remember him now. What do you want me to stop taking my psychiatric medications, Kip? That's what I want to do, Kip. But my mother and everybody else would probably not be happy with it. My mother's forcing me to take my medications. Do you want me to stop taking my medications, Kip? I'm being forced by my mother and father to take it. Guys, do you think I should block Kip? Kip and Rick Wilson said I think you'd do better without it long term. To be honest with you, my mother is pretty pressuring, and she forces me to take it. I don't want to take the Abilify. Kip says you could never truly block me. Well, get fucking lost then. So he says, "Stay the course, Andrew. Stay the course." Yeah, bye, Kip. You're gone. Kip is gone. I don't know. Telling me not to take my medications kind of. Yeah, Kip is gone. Rick Wilson's still here, though. Yeah, Kip should have been gone months ago. Yeah, Kip should have been gone months ago, but I'm not Mr. Quick Ban, you know. Julio Iglesias says, "Glad that guy is gone." Yeah, Kip was a dick. He was a negative Nanthan. Yeah, he was harsh in the vibe. Yeah, Kip was too harsh. He needs to chill out. Hey, Piss, how you doing? So says, Erie says, "I think Kip is Deborah. We only want good vibes in here." pissed. Remember that I have. Rick Wilson says, I'll be back. See you later, Rick Wilson. He was telling me not to take my medication. So I'm like, you know what? Kip is getting the old low in heart here. This is Deborah plays too much. This is getting ridiculous. Yeah, it is getting ridiculous, guys. Let's go back on Adult Friend Finder here and see what's going on. Let's see if anybody messaged me. Nobody has messaged me on Adult Friend Finder. It seems like they're all bots. So this is for $50. I hope somebody messages you. Yeah, man. It was a waste of fucking money. It was a waste of fucking $50. For $50, I hope somebody messages me, man. So Hornrogue says, yeah, sorry to hear that. I guess be optimistic. Maybe I'll still meet somebody. Yeah, I don't know, man. Nobody's messaging me on Adult Friend Finder. She says, you could have bought some gold with that $50 bill. I used my debit card to get the Adult Friend Finder. Do I see any spicy pics? Yeah, there's some spicy pics on there, yeah. Way to buck up, buddy. Yeah, I was hoping to meet somebody locally. It's just all bots. It's all bots on Adult Friend Finder, man. So I made sure I canceled auto renewal. So next month it won't charge my debit card. Yeah, it is what it is. It was a waste of money, but well, actually, I'm only on day 2 of Adult Friend Finder, so maybe I will meet somebody. I got to be more optimistic. Maybe I will meet somebody on Adult Friend Finder. I got to be a little bit more optimistic here. You want to? No, I'm not going to show you my profile, Erie. So he says it's got to be almost impossible to be a 40-year-old man-child living at his mom's house with a mental illness to find a quality girlfriend. I guess you're right. I guess you're right. So maybe adult friend finder is the way. So he says you're gonna find a girlfriend who's just gonna be mean to you. I guess you're right. I guess you're right. All right, guy. So he says a lot of mentally ill people remain single and unmarried. So he says, I will find a girl just like the warden found a man, and it will be great. So he says, I think there's plenty of mentally ill women on Long Island. Yeah, I guess you're right. Yeah, I go to the art class. I went to the art class today, as a matter of fact. He says, you should be looking at women in a support group with similar interests and problems to you, not on Adult Friend Finder. The artwork is drying at the art place. We did a paint pouring, and I'll get it Thursday. I'll get my artwork Thursday. You know what I mean? Erie, stop it or I'm going to block you. Yeah, so I'm back. All right, I'm gonna end this live stream here, guys. We got to change the topic. Somebody says, Andrew, you're awesome. Thank you. I appreciate that. I'm getting better, and I'm recognizing it. Catch it, check it, change it. Oh, I'm not really in the mood to do a song. I'm kind of getting tired. I'm kind of getting a little tired here. Sleep is for the weak. Sleep is for the weak. Yeah, I'll go to improv this weekend. I'll go on Facebook dating and see what's happening. All right, somebody says we need a Discord. There is a Discord, Rick Wilson, and I'll share it with you. Oh. Invite people. Copy. There you go, Rick Wilson. You're invited to my Discord. What will I dress up for Halloween? A vampire. I will be a vampire for Halloween. $2025 is the year of the Android. Maybe I could go as a silly kitty cat. Maybe. Hey, Christopher, how you doing? Hey, Prince Hamilton. Oh my! I guess I'm all right. Though I'm getting tired. No, I'm not going to do any songs tonight. I'm not really in the mood. I'm actually thinking about ending the live stream in a moment or two. Prince Hamilton says the turtleneck looks nice. Yeah, I look like Steve Jobs, they say. He says, there are so many people in the house. I can't end the live stream. What's the warden's top house rule? I guess take my medication. That's her number one rule. So he says, I wouldn't play with Christine. She's intimidating. The warden is intimidating. So, somebody asked me how old was I when I stopped trick-or-treating. I guess middle school. I didn't really trick-or-treat in high school, so middle school age. Somewhere around that time. Did I ever throw shaving cream and eggs? I guess so. Have I ever been to a haunted house? Yeah, I've been to a haunted house. I went to the haunted firehouse. I went to a number of these haunted houses. Yeah. He's in one now. My house is haunted now. I'm in the horror house now, they say. I'm living in the Massapequa horror house. I think this is the most we've ever had in a live. Yeah, 13 is a big number for people. Yeah, that's a big number. It's certainly up there, Rick Wilson. 14 people. Wow, I'm becoming a celebrity here. What does the number 14 represent? I don't know. Nothing. Somebody says, do I believe that Gaga has seen my content by now or heard of me? Yes. I think Lady Gaga has seen my content. I think Taylor Swift has seen my content. I think I'm famous in my mind. So he says, will you watch the new Lady Gaga Joker movie? I was supposed to see it with a friend this week, but he canceled on me, so I might not see it. Or maybe I will. I don't know. So he says, the Joker movie sucked so badly. Yeah, it wasn't a good movie. It got bad reviews. It got bad reviews, man. Oh, it was one of the lowest rated superhero movies. Joker got nashed in prison. Yeah, apparently he got killed, right? She says Lady Gaga is not a good Harley Quinn. Can we get a meal report? So I had a crumble cookie today. Then I had a burger from Wendy's. Then I had some sushi. Then I had some chicken nuggets. Kevin Nash had a bad summer of '92, they said. I had the chocolate chip one cookie. So he says Kevin Nash. There was a dark alley that night, and he was raped by 5 black men. Kevin Nash. What year did it all go downhill for me? I think I would say 1999. 1999 is when it all started going downhill for me. Yeah, Kevin Nash was gang raped by 5 black men, according to him. My parents got divorced in 1999, and that's when it all went downhill. Everything changed after the Y2K. It was just Kevin Nash and I should talk. Once the year 2000 hit, it changed. I'd be a great guest on Kevin Nash's podcast. Somebody wants to know, what is the youngest woman I date? I don't know. Let's get a woman interested in me. I mean, as long as if a woman's of age and of legal age, let's put it this way. Let's get any woman interested in me at this point. I mean, I think 21 is probably a good age. My age range is 21 to 60 now. 21 to 60 is my age range. How old am I? I'm 37 years old. I graduated high school in 2005. Rusty is 60 years old. I might know somebody. How tall? I don't know. I don't know, guys. She says, all right, maybe go 25 years old to 50 years old. You know, somebody says, narrow the age limit a little bit. So Rick Wilson says, I like my girls like I like my coffee, dark with borderline personality disorder. Do you guys think I have borderline personality disorder? I remember my father used to draw borderlines around his artwork, but I don't think I do. I asked Dr. Garrett, do you think I have borderline personality disorder? And he said, no. Why would you bring up borderline personality disorder? So he says, I don't think you have borderline personality disorder. Yeah, other people have accused me. Yeah, just my diagnosis is symptomatic schizoaffective disorder. And anybody who tries to say otherwise, they just don't know what the fuck they're talking about. I was diagnosed by the best in the business, and that's my diagnosis. The best in the business is psychiatry. That's what they've come up with. Somebody says, I don't think that was the suggestion. They say, I'm not a doctor. I think he was making a joke. All right, Max. All right, Max. Fair enough. I mean, I think there's a lot of similarities between schizoaffective and bipolar disorder. I was once diagnosed as bipolar 1. Somebody says, I can almost tell you were schizoaffective after hearing you talk for a few minutes. I have up and down mood swings. So I definitely have mood swings. So I definitely have the bipolar mood disorder, yes. Schizoaffective is like a mashup of schizophrenia and bipolar. So he says, oh, he gets angry. He punches walls. Somebody wants to know, is schizoaffective genetic? I don't think so. I think it was traumatic life experiences that brought out my schizoaffective disorder. So he says, some people mask their illness, but I could tell with Andrew right away. $16 androids in the house. That's a big number, man. 16 androids. Rick Wilson wants to know what cheeseburger hits. Andrew is very Depeche Mode today. Somebody asked me, do I have a caretaker? I'm dependent on my mother at the moment, and my stepfather, and my father. I'm dependent on my parents. Yeah, somebody asked me, do my parents support this online presence? Well, I'm not paying for this internet. It's my mother and stepfather who are paying for it. Should they intervene and probably police my social media and bet? Yeah, but they don't even know how to use the fucking internet. They basically just pay for it, and I just do whatever I want on it. You know, like should they probably intervene and police the internet? Yes. But what they do is they pay for it and they just let me do whatever the fuck I want on it. I'm like an internet outlaw kind of. They're like, oh, let's just let our schizoaffective son run wild on the internet. Should they probably block me from Facebook, Instagram, and all of social media? Probably, but they're not going to. They're just going to say, here's the internet, do whatever the fuck you want. So he says, yeah, they aren't helping you at all, to be honest. So he says, blame mom, why don't you? It's like a heroin addict. Not to compare the internet to heroin. I've never used heroin, obviously, but it's like, you know, obviously, at the end of the day, it's the addict's responsibility to give up the addiction. But you know, should the mother be providing the heroin to the addict? Probably not. You know, they shouldn't be providing it to him, but I mean, so he says the internet is not heroin, though. So he says you don't know anything about real addiction, dude. All right, fair enough. That was a bad analogy. But you know what you know what I'm trying to say here. You know what I'm trying to say. They should probably intervene and you know. But I'm not complaining. I get free access to be an internet outlaw. You know. Somebody says that was a dumb take, Andrew. Heroin is much worse. Do you think I lack the self control to limit my internet exposure? Yeah, definitely. I definitely think I'm obsessed and addicted to social media and the internet and so on. I definitely think so. I definitely think so. Yeah. But we got a lot of people watching this right now, so that's a good thing. You know, I got a lot of people watching me. So he says, if you're aware, then why don't you change it? Anxiety, agoraphobia, and you know, it was like, how dare you use the internet? Keep posting, by the way. Max says, I think you have the ability to limit your internet exposure. I believe in you. Stop making excuses. So he says, Andrew looks like a model. I appreciate that, Christopher. I appreciate that a lot. I appreciate you complimenting me on my appearance. Looking like a young Tom Cruise. Thank you very much. Pete says, sorry I'm late. I was getting sushi. I hope you enjoyed that sushi, Pete. Have a good night, horn dog. See you later. Have a good night. Turtles Green says, don't be nervous. I'm not nervous, guys. Oh, Rusty's out. Later, Rusty. Yeah, I painted a shrimp tempura roll and sushi is top tier. As a matter of fact, I had that today. I had a Philadelphia roll too. All right, guys, I think I'm going to get going here. Or should I keep this going? Rick Wilson says no. All right, one sec. I'm going to run to the restroom here. I'm going to make a Patrick Pelican. Somebody says keep going. All right, I'm going to make a Patrick Pelican here. Be right back, guys. Intermission. Okay, I'm back, guys. I'm back for my Patrick Pelican. Hey, GPK, how you doing? Somebody says you need to get a bottle and you need to. Actually, here's a funny story. When I was in high school, we didn't have a bathroom upstairs, and I would urinate in bottles, and because I didn't feel like running downstairs to go to the bathroom. So, I filled up like 2 or 3 water bottles with urine, and I put it inside of my dresser. So my mother, opens up the dresser one day, and I slam it closed. And she didn't say anything because she was like, "Ooh, what's in this dresser?" So I left. I went to school, and my mother comes home, and she opens up the dresser, and she's like, "Oh, it's just urine. Oh, it's just urine." She was relieved because she thought I was like using drugs or something. She was relieved. She's like, "Oh, he just has urine in his dresser. Urine bottles." So he says, "Not a good idea when your mother finds the urine drawer." I don't know why I was storing urine in a drawer. So he says it's more common than you think. Dispose of the evidence. Pip wants to know: is the toilet broken? The toilet was downstairs, and we only had one toilet. There was no upstairs bathroom, so I had to run downstairs. I didn't want to run downstairs, go to the bathroom, then run back upstairs. So I just would urinate in water bottles instead. This was in Levittown, yeah. This was many years ago. Do I like Levittown or Massapequa better? There's things about both areas that I like better. So there's things about both that I like. So did they pharmacologically abuse me with nefarious premeditated intent? Or catch it, toggle the switch to... So he says, no, stop it, Andrew. Nobody had nefarious intentions to pharmacologically abuse you. Stop it, catch it, check it, change it. Probably not. Catch it, check it, change it. Debunk it, dismiss it, derail it, deny it. Oh, guys, I don't want to get. We're not going into this now. Just toggle the switch to off. Flip the emotional switch to off. Nobody pharmacologically abused me with nefarious premeditated intent. Why do we call making a urination Patrick Pelican? That's a good question. It's something a name I created with an ex-girlfriend, actually. We were making up like stage names or wrestling names, and we're like, what can we call something for a pee-pee? I'm like, why don't we call making a pee-pee a Patrick Pelican? So we settled on, all right, pee-pee, Patrick Pelican. Sounds like a Vince McMahon wrestling name. Tonight you're going to fight Patrick Pelican PP. So he says, your girlfriend would say I have to make a Patrick Pelican when she needed to use the bathroom? Yes. Yes, she would. We didn't come up with a name for excreting fecal matter. And I would say I needed to make a Patrick Pelican too. Because that's cute. You both would make Patrick Pelicans in the bathroom. The Hulkamaniacs don't stand a chance with Patrick Pelican in the house. So he says, Chiba says you're handsome. Thank you, Chiba. I appreciate that. All right, guys. Rick Wilson wants to know, do I like attention? I love attention, guys. All right, guys. On that note, I think I'm going to get going here. Have a great night, guys. Peace out. Adios, amigos and amigas. Later, guys.